ay ang opisyal na radio station ng Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas na binubuo ng Army, Navy at Air Force na siyang maghahatid sa inyo ng mga balita mula sa ating Armed Forces at iba pang impormasyon. Mga katropa, hanapin at ilike kami sa Facebook, Twitter at YouTube. DWDD AFP Radio, ang boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Ang inyong Armed Forces Navy Edition hosted by Katropang Glenn Gulchan tuwing Lunes alas 4 hanggang alas 5 ng hapon dito sa DWDD Armed Forces Radio, Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Ayan po. Alright, ganyan ho talaga pag live, no? Isang magandang araw ho sa lahat ng mga nanonood at nakikinig sa ating himpilan ng radyo, ang 1134 kHz AM, mananatiling ang inyong Armed Forces Radio. Sa mga nanonood ho sa atin, sa ating Facebook Live at sa ating YouTube Live, isang magandang hapon din po at magandang araw ho sa lahat ng mga nanonood. Ayan, medyo nagkakaroon lang tayo ng problema. Alright? Okay, we're good to go. Sa ngalan po ng ating kasamang si Glenn Ligolchan, makakasama niyo po ang inyong likod katropang Mafet sa programang ang inyong Armed Forces Philippine Navy Edition. Kung may mga katanungan ho kayo at mga pa-shoutouts is pwede po nating bigyang daan yan. I-comment nyo lang ho yan sa ating comment box at bibigyan daan ho yan ni Katropang Mafet. Espesyal ho ang ating edisyon ngayong hapong ito sapagkat makakasama ho natin ang opisina na talaga namang nagsisiguro at nangangalaga sa kapakanan ng ating mga personnel sa hukbong dagat ng Pilipinas. Bago natin bigyang daan ng pagpapakilala sa ating mga kasama ngayon, bibigyang pugay din ho muna natin ang ating mga kababaihang malaki ang ginagawa ng tungkulin sa ating organisasyon, for that matter po, sa ating lipunan. Ika nga po, no, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ho ang ating mga aktibidad sa pagse-celebrate natin ng National Women's Month. So kakatapos nga lang ho nung weekend, isang episode po ng inyong ang inyong Kawal, ang ating pinalabas featuring the first ever female AFP spokesperson sa ngalan ho yan ni Colonel Francel Padilla. Alright, I think we're good to go. Mga sambayan ng Pilipino, mga tagapanood at tagapakinig, ang makakasama ho natin ngayon ay ang punong abala sa personal welfare, no? Ang Assistant Chief of Naval Staff for Personnel N1. Ayan, makakasama ho natin ngayon dito ang kanilang Assistant Chief Innovative Retention Branch. Sa ngalan ho yan ni Lieutenant R.G. Barawed. Nandito din po ang ating Duty Officer for the Admin Branch. Nandito po si Ensign Maria Teresa B. Aquino at ang Supervising Administrative Officer, Recruitment and Attrition Branch na si Miss Heidi May P. Estevar, a Civilian Human Resource. Magandang hapon ho sa inyo mga moms and sirs. Bati-bati ho tayo sa ating mga katropang nanonood ngayon.
Magandang hapon katropang Mafet and sa lahat po ng ating tagapakinig at taganood.
Alright, thank you so much, sir. How about ang ating kasamang si ma'am? Mukhang,
Yes, good
alright.
afternoon to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Yes po, medyo naka-mute po ata ang inyong microphone.
Again, once again, good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am, no? So, ayan, medyo loud and clear na ho tayo para tuloy-tuloy din ho ang ating diskusyon ngayong hapong ito. So, wag na natin patagalin pa, no, ma'am and sir, no? So, sorry po, on board lang po ang ating dalawang ma'am. So, we have here Sir Barawid and we have here Ma'am Heidi. Tama po? Okay. Nagkakaroon lang ho tayo ng konting technical problem. Loud and clear naman ho ang aking rehistro dyan, ma'am and sir.
Yes, loud and clear po.
Alright.
Loud and clear po, ma'am.
Okay. So, tuloy na po natin ang ating diskusyon ngayon hapong ito, no? So much for the branches and of course your future projects and talagang ginagawa ho ng inyong opisina. Just a brief background, para lang ho may context ang ating mga katropang nanonood ngayon, no? Because when we talk about personnel, once sa organisasyon natin, well, once or the department concerning the moral and welfare, the education, recruitment, and everything about personnel, sabi nga ho nila kapag nasa personnel tayo, from womb to tomb ang pangangalaga natin sa ating mga kasunduluhan. So, give us a brief context of what really is the function of the Assistant Chief of Staff for Personnel N1.
Ma'am, magandang hapon po, no? Ang function po ng personnel is, gaya po ng nasabi ninyo, is from womb to tomb. So, including po dyan yung recruitment up to the death of our personnel. Sa N1 po ang nangangalaga po, even sa kanilang families. That is why we are putting some programs para po sa moral and welfare ng ating mga personnel, including po doon yung kanilang mga families, such as yung kanilang funeral services, para po ma-lift natin yung financial burden on our families po ng ating mga personnel.
Yes, sir, no? So, klarong-klaro ho, no? Para po sa kalaman ng ating mga tropang nanonood ngayon, when we talk about this office, ito po ang nangangalaga din talaga sa moral and welfare natin. Sir, meron ho kayong tinatawag na innovative retention branch sa inyong opisina. Ano ho ang mga kasalukuyang moral and welfare program natin para nasisiguro natin na yung kapakanan ng ating mga kasundaluhan sa Philippine Navy?
Ma'am, kagaya nga po ng nabanggit ko kanina, meron po tayong usual na mga moral and welfare programs like awards, mga housing programs and health services. Sa ngayon po, meron po tayong mga nilalatag na mas magagandang mga program like yung wider and higher coverage for medical reimbursement of our personnel and their dependents, including na po dyan ang ating mga civilian human resource. Meron din po tayong special financial assistance for those personnel po na namatay and in line of duty po yung kanilang pagkamatay. Those who were discharged due to permanent disability, covered din po nitong ating special financial assistance. Meron din po tayong, kagaya po na nabanggit po kanina, meron din po tayong funeral services, meron din po tayong Philippine Navy Assistance System, and meron din pong financial assistance for those who suffered medical or calamity po. So yun po, we have policies governing these programs para po patas po ang pag-implement natin itong mga policies ng itong mga programs na to.
All right, no, that is very commendable, sir, no. It's just something that we want to highlight din sa ating mga aspirants, no. And of course, para na rin ho maipamalita ito because this is good news na when we take oath as a member of the Philippine Navy, hindi lang ho yung ating basic packages, no? Kasi syempre, as much as for our sworn duty is concerned na talaga namang protektahan ang ating inang bayan, ito ho ang mga ginagawa pa nating mga hakbangin din talaga para sa kanilang moral and welfare. It's something na magandang iklaro sa ating mga katropa dahil ito na po yung mga extra efforts pa natin. Well, aside from the benefit that we're going to receive no upon entry, nakakatuwa na ang ating pong ahensya, ang ating pong opisina in particular is gumagawa pa po itong mga iba't ibang mga proyektong ito na nabanggit niyo po yung financial assistance din talaga, which is very 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 useful sa ating mga tropa. And sa kanilang mga pamilya na rin na inaabot tayo nitong tulong na ito. Sir, just for a follow-up question on this project of yours. Say for example ho, ang ating personnel ay eligible to receive a financial assistance pero remotely hindi siya ang makakapag-process. Paano ho ang ginagawa natin ito? Ang mga benepisyo hubang ito is tayo mismo ang nag-aabot sa ating mga personnel?
Yes, ma'am, no. Ang ginagawa po natin, tinutulungan na po natin yung ating personnel as much as possible. Kung pwede pong gawing online, yung submission ng kanilang mga requirement, ginagawa na rin po naming online. At the same time, ma'am, diretso po yun dun sa ATM ng ating personnel, yung kanilang mga benefits. That's why hindi na po issue kung nasa malayo po silang lugar.
Well, that's so nice to hear, sir, no? Nakita ho natin, no, na talagang wala na tayong pinapahabang proseso. If the personal needs it and karapat-dapat na maka-receive siya ng ganitong assistance, and nandyan ho ang ating opisina para abutin ito. So, klaro po yun, no? Hindi natin pinapahaba kasi process is, it might not help the situation kasi. So, maganda, sir, na nabanggit at na bigyang diin ninyo na inaabot natin sila on whatever means we can possibly do para sa mga personnel natin. Talagang napakaganda itong programa ng Philippine Navy na ito. Well, so much for the benefit no na nabanggit natin mga proyekto natin, sir. Let's move on to the sa isang branch nyo po na talagang ito ang I guess may pinaka mahirap, medyo challenging at pinaka-importanting role sa pagbuo at pag-shape ng ating organisasyon because you handle the recruitment of our Philippine Navy. So, what is the status of the recruitment in the Philippine Navy ngayon ho? Sir.
Yes. Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
All right, si Ma'am pala.
All right. So,
Yes po.
as for the status, out of our military recruitment target for calendar year 2024, as of today, the PN has convened the Marine Basic Course classes 503rd, 504th, 505th, and 506 with a total of 240 students. We also have recently approved 178 special enlistment quota for TNJA, the PSG Special Enlistment, the NCBDE Field Fleet Special Enlistment, AFSOCOM Special Enlistment, NASF Special Enlistment, and the PSG Special Enlistment. So for this month, 500 SBC students and 30 NPOTC students are programmed to be convened.
Alright, that's so nice to hear, no, na meron na ho na tayong na-produce dito po sa ating recruitment target. Ma'am, you talk about special enlistment in different areas or offices in the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Could you tell us more about this? Kasi, as say for example, ho, kagaya ng sa amin, the radio is under its mother unit, which is the CRS AFP. So we are in an AFSUS, no? Service-wide support kami sa ating Armed Forces of the Philippines. We have here also special enlistment from given by the Philippine Navy. How do we program this kind of setup, ma'am? Ang unit ho ba ang nag-a-appeal sa inyo of something like this? Or talagang nakaprograma kayo to give respective units of quota at least?
Yes po, kami po. Ina-approve po natin dito sa headquarters kung meron po silang mga available quotas.
All right, no? So, this is just also announcement po sa mga katropa. I just wanted to make it a layman's term, mas maintindihan ho natin. Kung nagta-target ho tayo to apply on a certain unit, kagaya ng kunwari, gusto mo talaga maging member ng Philippine Navy, it doesn't really have to be pumunta ka ng Philippine Navy at doon ka mag-apply. Because maybe, just maybe, around you, no, sa paligid mo lang, may mga units na looking for a certain skills or opening a slot na fit ka your credentials, and mas madali ho ang ating magiging proseso. So magandang maipaintindi po natin ito sa ating mga kabayan na they just have to be very observant no sa mga posting online kasi it might be that a recruitment near them is actually happening no para na din na maipamalita din natin na ang Philippine Navy is respectively nagbibigay ng mga quota niya, binibigyan niya ng chance yung mga units na makapag-recruit at maging miyembro ng Philippine Navy. So thank you so much ma'am no for really elaborating yung mga allocated quotas natin to different units in the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Ma'am, you talk about programming, you talk about talagang na-produce na natin. But what are the strategies and consideration of the Philippine Navy in terms naman po sa mga recruitment efforts natin?
All right. So the recruitment plan for the calendar year 2024, ma'am, will basically follow the same scheme for the last 2 years, but will focus on more deliberate recruitment. This means that for this year, ma'am, we are involving more of the different career administrators. So the rolling plan will be based on the projected vacancies brought by various attrition, the absorptive capacity of NETDC and NCBDE, and the calendar year 2024 quota for the S&D approved 4-year recruitment plan for the additional 5,324 ATS. And in addition,
Yes?
the 4-year recruitment plan for the calendar year 2024 to 2017 aims of recruiting 771 naval officer candidates and 4,553 enlisted personnel with a total of 5,324 prospective sailors and Marines.
All right, and dami. This is good news, ma'am. Just a rough estimate. Since we are on the first quarter of this year, ibig sabihin, itong total na 5,000, we're talking about 5,000 here, mangyayari pa lamang ho ito sa buong taong 2024. Tama ho?
Yes, tama.
All right. So ayan na po, this is a job opportunity mga katropa, no? Napakagandang napag-uusapan po natin for those personnel really looking for a stable job and also a chance to serve their nation, no? A noble profession. Talagang ito ho, magandang balita na roughly 5,000 prospective sailors and Marines, no? Ang ikakaskade at kailangang hanapin ng ating Philippine Navy dahil ito na po ang approved, no? Tao na lang ang hanapin natin dito to be exact, no? Meron tayong 771 for the naval officer. Ito ho ang ating mga nag-aspire na maging commissioned officer in the Philippine Navy. Meron po tayong 4,553 in figure sa mga gusto maging enlisted kung hindi tayo pasok for the criteria. Ito ho ang ating papasukan. So, this is really a good news. So, abang-abangan lang po natin dahil alam ko ho na ongoing na rin ho itong ating recruitment, no? So, malaki-laki ho ang chance natin of being really a part of the prestigious Philippine Navy. So, thank you, ma'am, no? This is really a nice way of really starting the year kasi marami tayong mga graduates. It might be ng skill nila. At the same time, yung willingness din talaga nila to serve the country is maganda po na ipapaabot natin itong ating recruitment. Ma'am, so much for the datas here, no? For our quota allocation. Curious question lang po ng ating mga katropa. Does the recruitment is happening in several areas or naka-centered lang ho ba tayo? May kailangan ho ba silang puntahan? Or efforts being implemented na may mga areas po all over the archipelago?
Yes. Ang yung recruitment po natin, ma'am, is nationwide. And meron po tayong, our recruitment now is centralized processing, no, to decentralized processing from NP tests and physical and medical examinations for prospective candidates. Ngayon po, nasa Bicol po ang ating recruitment team to conduct the mobile recruitment.
All right.
We have here a lot of lists, a lot of schedules for the mobile recruitment. Now they are in Navporsol, Bicol, from 11 to 13 March 2024, and on 18 to 21 March 2024, they will be in Navforwem, Zamboanga. And 01 to 03 April, they will be in Nav4 West, Palawan. And on 10 to 12 April 2024, they will be in NFC, Cebu.
Alright, no? Talagang abangan niyo po yan, no? I believe they're also posting in social medias para you keep updated din po, no? So please, follow their official Facebook pages, no? Yung mga talagang verified, no? So kasi po yung mga nasa scam ngayon. So it's better for us to be vigilant on the pages talaga na pinagtitingnan natin ng mga information. So thank you so much, ma'am. You've mentioned everything about your efforts doing recruitment from one place to another, yung inallocate at approve po nating mga quota. Ma'am, follow-up question. Yung na-approve po ba natin na quota for a year, maaari ho ba natin siyang madagdagan? Nangyayari po bang instance na nadadagdagan siya or kung nadadagdagan ho, possible po ba yun? At kung hindi naman po natin na-meet, thus the number of allocation will added to the next year? Paano po yung mga ganitong sistema?
Either makonduct po siya or hindi, pero hindi po siya in-add
Alright, okay.
sa next quota.
Pero posible ho yun, ma'am, na ang inallocate natin for a year is mas madagdagan pa.
It will depend on the urgency, ma'am.
Alright, okay. At
Ng
least, no?
personal fill-up po
Okay.
natin.
Alright. Thank you for answering the question, ma'am, no? For the recruitment department or branch, what are your way aheads po dito sa ating branch, sa ating personnel?
All right. So in addition to our current mobile recruitment efforts, as what I've mentioned earlier, ma'am, the PN will be holding a second wave later this second semester to fill any remaining open quotas identified after the completion of the initial recruitment drive this first semester. We have continuous on-site recruitment during the Navy Needed Skills job fairs and oath-taking of PRC board passers in identified fields. And we also have aggressive information drive in identified universities and areas with low PN popularity and influence.
Alright, thank you, no, ma'am. Talagang ito yung ating gustong ma-hit, no? Kaya ito yung mga way aheads din talaga natin. Ma'am, so much for the uniform personnel or the active member of the Philippine Navy. How about naman po ang recruitment natin for the CHR? Katulad ninyo, ma'am. Napakaganda niyo po. Pwede niyo pong tanggalin yung face mask niyo, ma'am, ha? Okay lang po yan.
Stress pa daw po yung bawal ng face reveal daw po, ma'am.
Bawal
Pero,
ba? Somebody is sending a PM message. Bakit to naka-face mask? Ang charming daw ng boses, patanggal face mask, remove
tandaan
daw.
ko na lang po kaya kayo.
Alright, no? So, how about the recruitment for the civilian human resource?
Yan, dito po talaga ako mas
Okay.
confident sumagot. So, kasi po from civilian po talaga side, civilian po ako. So, on the PNC Voucher recruitment fill-up, ma'am, a significant increase was posted at 83.3% by year-end of 2023 from 79% in the third quarter of 2023. So out of the 230 remaining unfilled positions as of December 31, 2023, 66 positions are already in the pipeline, from which 41 original appointments were already approved as of March 2024, while 25 are for issuance of original appointment orders and are already in the process of completing the documentary requirements, which will further increase our fill-up rate to 86.35%, considering the 24 projected attrition by first quarter of 2024.
At least, ma'am, no, on the part of the civilian human resource, yung atin pong datos na talagang mababa, napapa-increase pa natin siya. And you know what? This is really something that I would really like to tell the people, no, na in the Armed Forces of the Philippines, there are civilian human resource na talagang katulong ng ating mga uniform personnel. They work collaboratively and of course for attaining a certain mission. You know what? Because ganito din ka-transparent and ka-open yung organization. Sometimes, really attaining a goal really needs a mix of point of view. Kasi iba ang point of view ng military. Iba ang grooming niya, iba ang kanyang education, at iba rin ang mindset ng ating mga civilian human resource. They come from academe, their backgrounds are from the corporate. So, being an organization which really hits to be world class, no, a collaborative effort from the creative minds of the military and the civilian human resource is really a must. At talagang maganda ma'am na nabibigyan din natin ng diin itong ating recruitment kasi even here sa amin ang skilled based kasi itong opisinang ito. So really give importance to the efforts of our broadcasters and writers here, which is civilian human resource sila. So, ganun ho yun, no? Kung gusto nyo naman pong maging parte ng Armed Forces of the Philippines or particularly in the Philippine Navy at hindi nyo po gustong maging sundalo, may mga chances pa naman po. At least you're in the government and pwede po kayong pumasok sa cluster ng ating mga civilian human resource. Ayan. Ma'am, let's talk about goal. So, ano po yung current effort of the Philippine Navy to achieve its recruitment goal?
So the Philippine Navy, ma'am, has set its sights on a critical objective of reaching a 90% fill-up rate for its civilian human resource by the end of calendar year 2024. So to achieve this goal, the PN through Office N1 created a PNCVHR recruitment plan. This is a comprehensive initiative fueled by the recent approved PNCVHR staffing modification dated 03 April 2023. So this modification created 108 new positions to increase the current CVHR workforce while simultaneously abolished 158 vacant positions deemed unnecessary. The streamlining effort led to a reduction in the authorized positions that we have to 1,378, but it also revealed a growing number of unfilled vacancies. Nonetheless, the command through the N1, our NPMC, and our CRDO is constantly reminding all our PN offices and units through their personnel or admin officers and unit HRMOs to expedite their recruitment efforts to fill up the remaining vacancy of HR plantilla positions. So when the command reached its recruitment target on the first quarter of this year, ma'am, an initiative to create additional higher entry-level salary grades is being considered as a way ahead to keep the momentum of the PNCVHR program on the recruitment, selection, and placement.
Alright, thank you ma'am, no? Kasi itong ating goal, no, may mga datos na tayo and of course we have identified each of the factors para din talaga mas makuha natin or mas ma-attain natin ang goal natin. Ma'am, let's talk about attrition. Ito ho, something that I know this is not a common term for our listeners here, no? Can you explain to us ano po ang ating proseso to mitigate attrition in our organization, which is the Philippine Navy?
All right. So I know, ma'am, this is not the only concern of the Philippine Navy, no, but of the entire government organizations. This is the high attrition rate due to resignation. And I do not want to address it in any particular generation, but there are really times that we feel, I had enough, no, this is already taken toll my mental health, nakakapagod na, paulit-ulit na lang. Pero ang tanong, signs na po ba talaga ito na dapat na mag-resign? And technically speaking po, mas madalas na mas bago in service yung umaalis kasi parang wala pang ugat, wala pang roots sa organization. So kapag rooted ka na, medyo marami ka nang na-invest, may team ka na or may family ka na sa organization, mahal mo na yung mga katrabaho mo, mahirap na siyang umalis, no? Yung nakikita mo na yung contribution mo.
Correct.
Yung mga tao na mas madaling umalis ay yung mga taong walang stake or wala pang mga investments. So what are the usual reasons why employees go out of the organization? Usually nagre-resign because of competence. yung hindi alam kung ano yung dapat gawin. Wala siyang competence dun sa trabaho niya. Kahit anong gawin niya, they are not as competent as to others. So there is a mismatch. So they think they might be competent in another organizations, kaya umaalis sila. Or the contribution. Usually, nararamdaman nila na wala namang silbi yung contribution nila. Hindi naman sila valued. So a lot of times, people leave dahil hindi nila nararamdaman, no? Na meron silang halaga sa organization. So that's very important. As personal officers, we must be aware and be sensitive to that. We must ensure that every employee's contribution, be it small or big, must be valued. And third is the commitment. Wala dun yung puso. So meron tayong tinatawag na disconnection. So kapag ang empleyado ay disconnected siya sa organization, hindi siya naniniwala sa organization, disconnected siya sa values ng organization. Let's say may mga unethical practices na nangyayari. Ayan, may mga umaalis po dyan. O di kaya, disconnected siya sa mga ka-teammates niya. They don't feel they belong. And they feel like wala naman silang growth dito. No? Hindi naman sila na-promote. Wala silang status na nai-earn dito. So wala silang development na makukuha dito. So that's why they leave. And based on a lot of studies, ma'am, the number one reason is toxic culture or yung toxic work environment. Ito yung bakit umaalis 10 times more ang reason na umaalis ang empleyado ay dahil sa culture ng organization rather than compensation. And to address this, really have to understand the fundamental philosophy of leadership. It's all about our people. And as leaders and future leaders, if we really want our team to stay with us and to accomplish great things, we must first show them that we truly care. As for the PN, to show that we really care, the command ensures to address this by enhancing the 4 core HRM systems in the PN: our recruitment, selection, and placement, our learning and development, our performance management, our rewards and recognition, as it aims to maintain and potentially improve our program to institutionalize meritocracy and excellence in human resource management accreditation.
Yes, tama yun, ma'am, no? And you know what? And that's the reality. We cannot really discredit din yung mga bagay na ganon. When you talk about, kasi in every organization, there are also some not so good about the organization. Minsan, lahat naman ho wala naman pong perfect. Even tayong mga sarili natin. There are times na ayaw din natin sa mga nagagawa natin, mga life decision natin. And that is something that we can really improve pa. So what is important on what you have mentioned, ma'am, no, that the Philippine Navy, especially your office, which is the primary concerned office for this kind of matters, no, na you're really giving a time and of course a solution for the problem. Kasi mananatiling problema ang problema hangga't hindi tayo gumagawa ng solusyon. So it's something na magandang na ipapractice natin because we are evolving. You know what, sabi nga nila, the generation right now kasi talaga, minsan kapag wala na tayong pagtitiis na sinasabi, minsan kapag ayaw na natin. Well, yun siguro yung mas ipapaintindi pa natin because syempre hindi na lang yun sa pag-alis ng personnel there are bigger effects pa sa organization natin kung tutuloy-tuloy and we cannot address the problem. So thank you so much, ma'am, for really answering. Let's go back to the civilian human resource recruitment natin, ma'am, in the Philippine Navy. Do we follow a certain standards of really hiring plantilla positions for the CHRs?
Yes, ma'am. In hiring our vacant positions, the PN follows the qualification standard manual revised in 1997, highlighting the educational, the experience, training, and eligibility requirements. So the QS prescribed in the manual are the minimum and basic requirements of the position. Appointees in the Philippine Navy must have passed any of the following qualifications. So for the first level positions, we have the trade test examination conducted by respective PN units. Usually, these are our skilled positions such as photographer, machinist, welders, or mechanics. No? For the second level positions, we have the civilian qualifying examination facilitated by NPMC. And the scope of our CQE includes the arithmetic, reading comprehension, and essay. And just to inform our aspiring applicants who are watching right now, appointees for positions with salary grade allocation lower than 24 shall not be required to have a master's degree. But it is good to note that having such degrees is an advantage. And for certain positions under CSEMC number 11 series of 1996, the career service professional and or sub-professional eligibilities are also appropriate. Applicants to these positions need not to take the skills test if they already possess the CS professional or sub-professional eligibility. And with regard to the educational requirements, a lot of applicants actually are asking about this. The majority of level 1 positions, the QS requires completion of 2 years studies in college or high school graduate with relevant vocational or trade course, while level 2 positions are bachelor's degree relevant to the job they are applying for.
All right, thank you ma'am no for really reiterating yung mga factors and of course our real standards na ganito lang para alam din ng ating mga personnel of a certain position na talagang pag-a-applyan nila. At least of telling us yung mga levels of position and the requirement for that. Alam na nila kung saan yung papasukin nila. Let's talk about age requirement for the civilian applicants for the Philippine Navy. Paano ho ang ating proseso sa ganito?
All right, so there is no age limit, ma'am, in the application process. However, the GSIS requires at least 15 aggregate years in service to qualify for benefits such as the retirement pension. So that's why we encourage young applicants to join us as early as now. So you will have ample time to learn, to grow, and make a lasting impact while building a secure future.
Alright, no? Maganda. Maganda nga age limit. Walang age limit. So really, mga kababayan, take advantage of this recruitment no sa Philippine Navy natin. For the information of our interested applicants, ma'am, are they allowed to apply for different vacant positions sa Philippine Navy?
Right. As to that query, ma'am, applicants can apply to different vacant positions as long as his or her education, his or her eligibility, training, and work experiences qualify for the said applied position. And we would also like to remind that only applicants who have submitted complete requirements as outlined in our ad will be considered for the next steps of the selection process.
Yun, maganda yun ma'am, no? Na kung ano na lang mauna. Sabi nga nila, the more taya, the more chances of winning daw. Ayan. Ma'am, speaking of vacant positions, kasi ito na, alam na ng mga CHRs natin, ako, I have finished something like this and like that. Also, ganito. Ano kaya yung mga vacant positions? So, where are the vacant positions being posted?
Our practice, ma'am, involves announcing our vacancies through the official PN Facebook page to extend our reach to a wider audience. In addition to this platform, applicants are encouraged to explore the CSE job portal for a comprehensive list of available plantilla positions. Given the decentralized nature of our recruitment process, each of our PN units also implement its own strategies for posting vacancies to ensure a thorough dissemination of all available plantilla positions that we have, ma'am.
Yes, tama nga yun, ma'am, no? So, kagaya nga ng nabanggit ko kanina, maybe just near your area, no? Naghahanap na sila and fit ka doon, pasok ka doon. So, you will not have to go to farther pa, no? Kung sa Manila man. Kasi baka you're from Cebu, no? And Westcom, a certain office in Webscom is really needing something, no? A plantilla position for skills like this and like that. Pwedeng mas maging masusi tayo dun sa within ng area natin. Ma'am, speaking of position, ano naman po ang majority of vacancies natin ngayon para ma-take note na nitong ating mga listeners ngayon kung pasok ba sila or may mga friends sila so they can refer this?
Within the PN, ma'am, our plantilla positions are categorized into 7 occupational groups, which include the architecture, engineering, IT services, defense and planning services, the education, financial, general administrative, supply, and medical services. And we would like to extend an invitation to interested applicants to apply. Nagpo-promote na po talaga ako. As we
Sige po.
currently have openings po to hard-to-fill positions. We have recently advertised vacancies for accountant and medical positions on our Facebook page. So we encourage everyone to visit our page for further updates on available vacancies.
Alright, no? Sa lahat na po ng areas, I believe, nabanggit nyo na ho, ma'am, no? Even dun sa mga really critical fields like accountant and medical fields, no? So, our applicants here just really have to dig on the internet, go into details para malaman ho natin talaga kung saan yung mas fit sa atin. And you know what? Just pang-entice lang po no, sa ating mga applicants. Syempre kasi when we seek for a certain job, no, we really want something that is yung competent yung ating ma-receive na compensation. So I can tell with being part of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, being part of the civilian human resource is andun din ho yung growth ng career. So, say like your level is like this, with certain education, schooling, and like that, you can eventually increase your salary grade and eventually can increase your position in the organization. So, ma'am, speaking of equality, kasi na tayo ngayon, ma'am ano ngayon God month ngayon. So, do you also implement equal employment opportunity para sa lahat?
Medyo nawawala-wala lang po, no?
Alright, let me repeat myself. Okay na
Yes.
po ba? Okay.
Ayan.
And ma'am, I was saying
Our
na...
internet connection is unstable.
Alright. So, I was saying na, syempre ma'am, we are now celebrating the advocacy for really having the equality here in our organization, no? So, do you also implement the equal employment opportunity para sa lahat?
Yes, yes, ma'am. And as we strive to hold our commitment to promoting an inclusive, diverse workplace environment, we want to reaffirm our dedication, the PN's dedication to equal employment opportunity for all our employees, be it in service or outside applicants. We are committed to providing equal opportunities to ensure that all employment decisions, including our hiring, our promotion, training, and compensation are based solely on qualifications, skills, and merit, ma'am.
Oo, walang backer-backer sa Philippine Navy. Hindi totoo
Backer.
yun, ma'am.
Opo.
Yes,
Based
tama yan.
on merit.
All right. No, so if you truly deserve or you truly fit for the position, you passed all the necessary requirements and you passed all the procedures, no? Then yun talaga, yun yung criteria because so much for the Philippine Navy, that is also the scheme for every recruitment process in the Armed Forces of the Philippines for that matter. So talagang filtered. Kasi gusto natin, best yung makuha natin. And ayaw naman natin na, kasi malakas kaya ganito and eventually when that person will put into the actual job, kawawa yung organization. So really must stick to our standards and especially of recruiting people na makakatulong for our mission accomplishment. So, ma'am, speaking of our recruitment efforts, how do you align these efforts to the vision of the Philippine Navy in general in 2028 to be exact?
Yes po. In the PN, our vision by 2028, we shall be a modern, multi-capable naval force responsive to our maritime nation's defense and development. And the Team Navy can best secure our sovereignty as a nation and our territorial integrity if we have a modern and multi-capable Navy. We are focused on our modernization efforts So alongside the acquisition of platforms, the frigates, the various gunships, we also have the component of human resource management. Our recruitment, training, creation of doctrines, as well as force restructuring to make the organization adapt to a modern navy. And me being a civilian human resource, we also ensure to align our efforts in our personal recruitment initiatives and ensure that we are on track in the attainment of this vision, ma'am.
Wow, that's very nice of you to say such things, no? Minsan kasi focus tayo dun sa mga technical eh. We want something like this, bala, we want tanks, we want warships, mga ganun-ganun. Pero magandang na ipaintindi niyo po, ma'am, no, na napakaganda ng ano ni ma'am, ng boses niya, pwedeng pang ano, pang pang programa sa change of command. No? I really understand of how you say that. But in layman's terms, no, mga katropa, it's really important, no? Shaping, selecting, recruiting, pagpili ng mga taong magiging parte ng organisasyon. Kasi skills, sabi nga nila, no, character is important. You know what? Yung trabaho kasi, pwede mong ituro yan eh. Pero a good character, no, is something that is very, very precious. Kasi kapag maganda yung character building, kung maganda yung indoctrination sa isang tao, naturuan natin na maayos, kaya niyang humarap sa iba't ibang challenges. And we have here the Assistant Chief of Staff, Assistant Naval for personnel, no, N1, nakatulong natin of really shaping our personnel. Even nga yung after recruitment our office here, atong opisina nila ma'am, no, ang talaga ding nangangasiwa of how our personnel can really develop pa yung kanilang mga acquired skills. And it's important na may mga ganito tayong opisina sa ating mga organisasyon para na-oversee natin yung career and of course the character growth of our personnel, kasi never ending naman yun, no, yung learning. At the same time, mas magiging competitive pa at maiiwasan natin, ma'am, yung nabanggit nyo kanina, bakit sila umaalis, no, kasi hindi na ako useful, because siguro hindi natin tinitake advantage of yung mga pag-aaral na makakatulong sa atin of really adding to the overall success ng unit natin. So, ma'am, ito na. It's about encouragement na, because ako personally, no, on my own little way, I encourage my kapitbahays, my relatives, no, of really, ang akin nga is, sabi ko, when you apply for something, kasi you aim for a government position. In-explain ko yung stability ng trabaho, pero it's not your last resort. Kung ano pa rin ang gusto ng puso. So, how can we encourage applicants talaga, ma'am, of really joining the government service?
Right. So we invite everyone to consider the countless opportunities available in government service, especially in the PN. Highlight talaga ang Philippine Navy, no? Where you can
Alright.
utilize your skills, yung expertise po natin, and passion to serve our nation. And one good reason why you should join the government service or you should join the Philippine Navy is because it offers you the chance to work on projects and initiatives that directly benefit our communities while addressing critical issues. Aside from that is the stability and security, as also mentioned ni Ma'am kanina. We enjoy competitive salaries, comprehensive benefit packages, and job security that provides stability and peace of mind for us and our families. And we also have the work-life balance.
Yeah.
We benefit from flexible work arrangements and supportive policies that promote work-life balance, which allows us to thrive both personally and professionally. So whether you are a fresh graduate, seasoned professional, or someone exploring new career opportunities, we welcome individuals from all backgrounds and experiences to join us. Please submit, eto na nga po, please submit your personal data sheet along with any other supporting documents that demonstrate your qualifications as posted in our ads to civhrrecruitment.pn@gmail.com. Our respective unit HRMOs will review your application and provide further instructions on the application process. And we look forward to receiving your application and welcoming new members to the Philippine Navy.
So, ano na? Tara, apply na tayo sa
Na,
Philippine
tara
Navy.
na.
So, ma'am, no,
Ano
thank
pang
you, thank
hinihintay
you.
po ninyo?
All
Join
right.
us.
Alam mo, ma'am, at just to add, no, syempre kasi love your own na talaga to, ma'am, here in the Armed Forces, no? Sige, dahil kahit Army ako, ma'am, sige. In particular for the Philippine Navy, there are also a lot of perks, no, na ika nga perks na i-experience ng ating mga civilian human resource exclusively here in the Armed Forces, especially in the Navy, no? Kasi may mga exposure tayo and even competitive din talaga ng pag-upgrade ng ating career even abroad or even seminars na talagang dito lang natin makukuha. And it's something na really goes back to the primary principle ng elementary tayo na mahalin natin ang bayan, we have to be patriotic. Well, what is more satisfying than doing the both things, no? Really doing a job that you want, that you love, because that is related to your skills, no? And really contributing to something na relevant sa pagiging Pilipino, no? Being really serving your country through the armed forces or through the Philippine Navy. So, thank you, ma'am, no? Yung mga detalye, no? For further information, bisitahin niyo po ang kanilang mga official social media accounts. Ito, ma'am, huling katanungan sa hapong ito, no? Napaka-full pack ng ating mga napag-usapan ngayong hapong ito. Really, for the civilian human resource, no? Ano po ang ating mga kinikita pang mga goals or our way ahead in the recruitment of our CHR in the Philippine Navy?
Okay. So our way ahead, ma'am, to expedite po talaga our CVHR recruitment and significantly boost our fill-up rates. And the PN has laid out three-pronged approach. Number one on the list, ma'am, is reaching a 90%, hinaan ko lang po, 90% fill-up rate by year-end 2024. So this ambitious target will require focused recruitment efforts and monitoring. Second is enhancing CVHR attractiveness. So after successfully filling the 108 newly created positions and reaching an 85% fill-up rate, further strategic adjustments will be made. So these proposals, in collaboration with N1, N3, and CRDO, will involve creating new entry-level salary grades with greater starting salaries to make the PN civil service careers more competitive. And the last, but certainly not the least, we will develop a PNCVHR retention plan, and recognizing the crucial role of retention in achieving annual recruitment goals, the PN will craft a dedicated retention plan to keep valuable civilian human resource on board.
Alright, no? Yun na talaga ang ating mga gustong i-achieve pa, no? So, help us in encouraging and of course recruiting po yung mga kilala natin, mga kababayan natin to join as something na talagang worthwhile din talaga itong ating posisyon na applyan, particularly being a part of a civilian corps sa ating Philippine Navy. So, ma'am, no, we have wrapped up everything on our talking points, and of course, I am very, very, very happy. Ang daming information, nakakatuwa, nakakagaan ng pakiramdam na makabahagi na naman tayo ng mga good news and of course job opportunity sa ating mga kababayan. So I will give you the remaining time of our program, ma'am, if you want to say thanks to your bosses, may pabati ho ba tayo, and of course announcements pa, you can have the time.
Yes. Ma'am, thank you. Thank you so much for inviting us to be a part of your program this afternoon. And we are deeply grateful for this chance to share our insights and perspective, ma'am. Once again, thank you very much po, and shout out to my OIC po, Lieutenant Valiente. Maraming salamat po.
Alright, no? Thank you so much, ma'am. Ako, personally, I enjoy, no? So, mga tropa, unti-unti na ho tayo magpapaalam sa ating programang ito. Nakasama ho nga natin, ayan, nabulol pa ako. Kasama ho ngayon natin ang mga nagwagwapuhan at nagagandahang personnel from the Assistant Chief of Naval Staff or Personnel N1 ang nangangalaga ho sa kapakanan ng ating mga personnel sa Philippine Navy. We have their Assistant Chief Innovative Retention Branch, we have Lieutenant R.G. Barawit. Hello, sir. And of course, to the ever beautiful Supervising Administrative Officer, a Recruitment and Attrition Branch, si Miss Heidi May Estevar, the Civilian Human Resource. On behalf of the members of the Armed Forces Radio, saludo ho kami sa ginagampanan yung tungkulin sa ating hukbong dagat ng Pilipinas. Mabuhay ho kayo at inyong mga advokasya at inyong opisina. Thank you so much po.
Salamat po.
Alright.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. So mga katropa, no, hindi rin ho natin kakalimutan ng mga nanonood sa atin online, no? Maraming salamat po for dropping by the DWDP 106.9 Tropang Pinoy FM. Good afternoon, watching from Tropang Pinoy FM here in Mindoro. Shout out, magandang hapon po sa lahat ng mga tagapakinig. Tropang Pinoy, nakikinig sa programa ninyo. Maraming salamat ho sa mga kababayan natin sa Mindoro. And of course, nanonood din ang aking super classmate na Snappy. My Snappy classmate, Mate Moffett. Hello kay Yanwar. And of course, shout out sa 37th Infantry Battalion ng 6th Infantry Division of Philippine Army. Maraming salamat din kay Sir Delta Coy. Good afternoon. Hello kay Popsy Benjamin. And of course, ang kasamahan ng aking my loves from the RMFB 103rd Maneuver Company. Hello po from Tagudin, Ilocos Sur ba? Tama? So thank you for dropping by. Magkita-kita ho ulit tayo sa isang edisyon ng Hitik sa impormasyon na highlighting the efforts, the offices of our Philippine Navy. Muli, ako po ang inyong kasamang katropang Moffett sa programang ang inyong Armed Forces Philippine Navy Edition.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Bayani ka ng bayan ko, buhay mo'y inaalay.